Mug has dried for a couple days and I'm ready to add some color. So to add color, I'm going to use watercolor paints. Just like with regular painting with watercolor paints, get your brush wet and squeeze some drops of water into the color so that the color is wet. Then you'll need to spend a little time waking up the color by rubbing along the edges to really wake up the color. When you have a puddle of water in the paints that's ready to go, it's ready to paint. So now you can pick up the paint with your brush and brush it on your clay sculpture. You want to make sure that you're not adding extra water because you will sort of wake up the clay a little bit when you do this. So you have to work a little bit fast, but you can get it done. With the watercolor paint, we're just going to do a base coat of color. So all over, kind of turning as you go. You may get a little paint on your fingers, that's okay. Just paint everywhere. We'll do detail in a little while with marker after the paint dries. When your bug is totally covered, please wash out your brush, rinse out your water cup. When your bug is dry, after a few minutes, it will be time to add a little bit of decorative detail, if you choose to. I am going to choose to add some little stripes on my bumblebee, so I'm going to just use a marker for this. And you can color on the clay just like you would color on anything. And I'm going to just do some scribbling back and forth, little bumblebee fuzzy stripes. I know bees don't have pupils like us, but I'm going to make my bee a little more friendly, so I'm going to add a pupil in the middle just for fun. Okay, so I like the way that that bee is turning out. Now I'm going to add a little bit more decoration, especially in the wing. I'd like there to be some paper here, like a real wing would have. So I'm going to get a scratch sheet of paper, and I'm going to have my little bee, and I'm going to make a paper wing that is just about the same size as the pipe cleaner here that I've done, and a little bit larger. So I'm going to trace along the outside of that and on both sides. So there's one. Just in case they're different, I'm going to measure two different ones because they could be a little bit different size, and that's fine. Okay, so this guy can get set aside while I'm working on these. It's a little bit easier to decorate these like right now before you cut them out. So I'm going to do that. Remember, with insects, symmetry is very important. So whatever you do on one side, you want to make sure you do the opposite on the other side. Coloring it in and then using the copy paper thinness to actually do it on the back side too. So it'll be a double-sided drawing. It's also good to go a little bit bigger than you're tracing, so when you go to cut it out, it's a little bit easier. I'm going to go ahead and cut out my wings. All right, so I'm going to get ready to glue these on. So I'm going to put some dots of liquid glue on the outer side of the pipe cleaner because I don't really want to see the pipe cleaner. I just want to see the paper edge. So I'm going to try to make sure I've got the right wing. I think it's this one. It's over here. Okay, so I'm going to put a little line of glue along this outer edge. Not giant globs, too much and it won't stick, but a little line will do ya. And then I take the paper wing and I stick it and hold it onto the pipe cleaner. After you've done your initial count, you'll need to wrap some of the paper around the pipe cleaner to make sure that it doesn't come off. So the way that it works is that you put a little bit of glue on this side of the pipe cleaner now. And you do little cuts along the edge, just up to the pipe cleaner. Then you wrap it around and count. Your fingers might start to get a little gluey, so just be careful. You really only need to wrap this top edge. So there you can see this butterfly wing is done. Do the magic glue rub to get the glue off your fingers. And repeat for the other wing. Put glue along the outside, hold it, put dots on the inside, cut the wing, and wrap around the pipe cleaner. Holding and counting for each dot. It will take a little time, but it turns out really nice. So there we go. There's my little butterfly with paper wings and pipe cleaners, and it's all ready to go.